Hello, welcome to Spice and Nice. Except today there's only nice, no spice. My spice has turned into a dog with the mic. Obviously, it's not going to talk. What happened to Spice today? Our dear Spice has had something to take care of, an emergency kind of. So today it's just me. It's just me rolling alone today. I'm so sad and lonely. So please say hi if you are tuning in to us. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to Spice and Nice. Welcome to today's episode. Today's episode, I think all of us can, especially females, I think we can all, we have had this kind of difficulty before, especially when it comes to dieting, right? Oh, our dear viewers say, hello, two beautiful ladies. Only have one today. We don't have two. Okay, so anybody who's watching, just come in and say hi and drop your comments below. Today's topic is about the crazy things that we have done when we are dieting. Okay. I don't know about Anna, obviously, because she's not here, right? But anyway, what happened is that for me alone, I have done quite a few crazy things. Sorry, I will adjust the mic. Okay, I've done quite a few crazy things for dieting purposes lah. Okay, not exactly crazy, but maybe things that are not so approved, and it's definitely not sustainable and not healthy lah. Okay. For those of you guys who have been with us for a while, who have been with Spice and Nice for a while, you all would know that I have always had body image issues. I've always had issues with how I look, how my body looks actually. So what happens is that since this started since secondary school, so that would be when I'm like maybe 14, 16. And then I started realizing that I'm of a different build from the desired shape. Desired shape meaning the very slim, very tall, with long legs, and etc. People, girls, right? The waist very tiny, the face very small. Everything is so slim and slender, like a willow tree. If you don't know what is a willow tree, it's WILLOW. You can go and look it up. Um, so anyway, yes, I realized that I'm not like that, and it started my journey into dieting, right? And because I was in school, I really started hating the way I look. I hated it, to be honest. I hated my body, like seriously hated. I would say horrible things to myself when I eat. I would say horrible things to myself when I dress up. I did not look beautiful. I do not think I look pretty, lah, honestly speaking, right? So I started my awful journey into into the world of dieting. Hello, hello Kim. I'm just gonna call you Kim because I don't know how to pronounce your name. As you can tell, our Anne is not here today. This hopefully she can join us later on now when she gets her emergency sorted out. Okay, so anyway, yes, back to dieting. So I started from when I was about 16, teenager, right? And everybody is saying, "Oh, the model's so beautiful, blah blah blah." So the crazy things I've done, I've taken all kinds of medication. Okay, even those that are not approved in Singapore. I think it's called fat cut or whatever lah, something cut, right? And they had they had insane amounts of caffeine. They have insane amounts of caffeine, insane amounts of this particular chemical inside, which is not good for us, and also definitely not approved legally in Singapore. But yeah, I managed to get them from overseas. Uh, but that was about 20 years ago. I don't think you can get it now anymore. And those that's on the Singapore market, like Sando, um, even even these little gummies. I don't know whether y'all have watched Singles Inferno or not. Okay, Singles Inferno. I'm referring to Singles Inferno 1. You know, there's this Korean girl called Jia who is very, very popular on the show. Singles Inferno 1, season 1. And she has her own YouTube channel, and then she actually she's already very skinny, to be honest, right? And then she actually takes this like gummy things that you eat, and it's supposed to stop the appetite. I've taken those before, so I think all in all, if I'm not wrong, I have taken maybe even more than 10 different types of pills, diet pills, supposed to stop appetite, supposed to help you detox, all kinds of things, definitely more than 10. And then I have also, so basically my body is out of whack now. It's not responding well to any diet. It's not responding well to any diet pills. It doesn't okay, I don't know whether y'all know, but okay, go and look up. There's this particular dieting program that starts with TR. I'm not gonna say the name, but you can go and look up TR slimming program. I think the thing will come up now. Okay. I actually was on that program for one course, and it's a very costly program actually. It's not cheap, and I took it up because I have had friends who have great success with that. Okay, but I took it and it had zero effect on me. Zero, zero. And then I realized, it's because my body is so out of whack from all the different medication and pills that I threw at it that it's basically not working anymore. Okay, then this one I don't know whether I don't think I've ever said it online before lah. But to the point, I was dieting to the point where I actually became I was bulimic for a very short while. So for those of you who don't know, bulimia means you binge eat means you eat a lot, way more than you need to, like maybe like 2 3 pizzas, that kind of volume. And then after that, you purge, meaning that you go and vomit. So eat a lot, and then you vomit, okay? And obviously that's not healthy. I was, it got to the point where I was bulimic for a short while, and then after that, it, I became I would say mildly anorexic. Anorexia means to the you are starving yourself basically to the point where I'm not talking about fasting where you're just like 2 3 days and then you're done already. I'm talking about okay the difference okay so the thing about anorexia is that you don't eat or you try to eat as little as you can. Okay, but the difference between fasting and anorexia is the mindset behind it. So when fasting, you know that okay, I'm doing this because I'm doing a cleanse, I'm doing a I don't know, whatever meditation, I am doing it to up my mental willpower, whichever. Okay, so that is fasting. But if you're talking about anorexia, right? When you are anorexic, when I was anorexic, I didn't eat because I felt disgusted at the sight of food. Like the moment I eat, right, I felt disgusted with myself, and that is the difference between fasting and anorexia. And that anyway, that was my own personal experience. So I was anorexic for a while. Um, what I have in a day, basically, I would have black coffee for breakfast. That's my breakfast, black coffee. And then for lunch, I would have black coffee again, and maybe a tablespoon of oatmeal with some hot water, and then that's it. And then for dinner, okay, I think the only reason why I didn't get into serious medical issues was because my mom is a housewife, so she cooks dinner, and I have to eat dinner. Otherwise, because she will know if let's say I throw things away or I don't eat, she gets very upset. Like she puts in the effort to cook, and why is nobody eating? That kind of thing, lah, right? So I will eat, but I will only have the soup and the vegetables. I wouldn't have any meat and anything at all. Anything else I wouldn't have. So my whole day's intake was just black coffee, a tablespoon of oatmeal, and vegetables maybe like this amount, and then a bowl of soup. That's it. Okay, that's it. And I was like that for quite a while. And it's very weird when you are in the grips of anorexia. I would say grapes because when you're inside, you don't know one. When I was inside, I didn't know. I thought it was just like I was just eating very little. Why is everybody bothering me? Asking me to eat. I don't want to eat. I need to lose weight. I need to lose all this weight. That time actually, I was very very skinny. Okay, but this is the issue with anorexia. When you look at yourself in the mirror, right? You don't see that. You don't see that you're slim. Your mind, your mental is such that you think you're fat. And so I would continuously think I'm fat and that I need to stop eating. Whenever I put food in my mouth, I felt disgusted with myself. Okay, that's anorexia. So it went on to that. And then after that, slowly I got out of it. And it was I didn't even know how I got into it. I also don't know how I got out of it actually. I think I just started to eat a little bit more, then suddenly, I'm out already, okay. So, okay, the reason why I say all this is because these are all the things that I've done so far for dieting, and it's crazy because if you look back now, right, why would you spend so much money on things that are not on chemicals that are not approved even by the Singapore government because these chemicals are not good for the body when taken over the long term and in the quantities that you're taking. Because you think about it, right? Slimming pills is as such. We know that if we don't change our lifestyle, our diet habits, or exercise regime, right, our bodies will have to depend on these pills forever to look a certain way, right? And because of that, right, if you keep on taking these pills like for long term, it's just not good. It's not good for your body, and therefore, the government in Singapore, this are actually not allowed to be sold in the stores in Singapore. Okay. So, but I took them anyway, and they worked. They did work for a while, but they gave me very. So basically, what happens when you take these pills is that you don't get hungry at all. You don't feel hungry at all because there's like crazy amounts of caffeine inside. You feel like you have a lot of energy. You're not hungry at all, and you can just keep going without eating. Okay, it is a good feeling, honestly speaking, because you don't have to think about, you don't have to stop yourself from eating that fried chicken, which is so yummy, right? You can just say, oh, I really don't feel eating it, so therefore I don't eat lah. And then you lose weight that way. But it's, like I said, it's not good for the body in the long term. And I have, so after being on this diet journey for maybe 20 years since I was a teen until maybe like 5 years ago, I've come to the realization that this medication, right, it may work for you for a while, but the question is, do you want to spend money and depend on this medication for the rest of your life, right? If the answer is no, I have realized that, okay, so after taking so much medication, after going through all these things, right, I have come to realize that there really is no better way than eating foods that is good for your body and exercise. Seriously, this is the only way where it is sustainable. Okay, because because uh medication like that, right, there's this medication that is actually allowed in Singapore. Okay, there was this medication that I took that was allowed in Singapore, but only doctor prescribed. Okay, so only with a prescription from a doctor you can get it. Okay, and what happens is supposedly this is what the pill says it does. Supposedly it stops your body from absorbing the oil that you take in, and then when you go toilet, it comes out in your stools. Okay, so when you go toilet, the toilet bowl is oily, basically. Okay, which is very weird, but it works. Okay, the thing is that it works. Well, the thing is that it needs a doctor's prescription for you to get the medication, and the doctor says that it is not advisable for people to take this for long term. That means maybe you take it to lose a certain desired amount of weight. Maybe you are like really overweight to the point where it is harmful to your body. And then after that, once you lose the amount of weight, you are in like a more stable, healthier range, then they will take you off the medication. So these are all the crazy pills I have taken. Um, but recently I have started exercising. Not started, I've been exercising for a while, and I've been eating quite well, weller than previously. Like being more conscious of the food that I put in my mouth. Basically, it's not D, okay. Don't cannot. It's the same as D. You cannot just anyhow put anything in your mouth. Please be wise and choose a good a good deal, okay? So it's the same for food. If it's the same for food, because if you love your body, you love yourself, then you want to put things that are good for you inside, like, right? So basically, I've been doing that, and it is actually really a lot more sustainable. It it's difficult for me because we are all impatient. We want instant, like, oh, instantly. If only instantly I can lose 4 kg instantly. But you know the good things in life, right? Are never instant. They require dedication, consistency, and basically effort lah. You need to put in constant effort lor. So I've been doing that, and it's working out quite well. And recently, actually really very recent. It was just on I think Monday. I went to this wonderful place. Let me see whether the boss has replied that I can. Okay, so I went to this wonderful place called Fabulous Aesthetics, okay? And they are having like this is not a paid app, by the way. I paid for all those. No, not I paid. My husband paid for all those things. So this is not a paid ad. This is not sponsored. I actually went for the experience myself. Monday, I went for something called fat freezing. Okay, so basically, what the process does is it freezes the fat. It causes the fat cells to die in your body, and then it comes out in your pee and your stools. Okay, so this is the what fat freezing does. What happened is that okay, so basically you need about a month or two for the fat freezing effect to be visible, right? So I just went for it on Monday. I'm not sure whether it will actually work or not. This is my first time trying it. Hopefully it really does. And then after that, you do see me becoming slimmer. And then I'll let you guys know that it really works. Okay. And what else am I going to say? So I don't know what kind of crazy diet things have you guys gone into? I don't know. Have you guys had like parasites put into your body? Because I've heard that's a thing, right? Like some of the artists they actually ingest like the parasite eggs into their stomach. So what happens is that when the egg hatch, the parasites come out, and then whatever you eat into your stomach, your body is not getting any of the nutrients. So basically, you go inside your stomach, right? The parasites eat it, not you eat it. The parasites eat it, they digest it, they have a good time in the tummy, okay? But this apparently is obviously is dangerous because if the parasites travel into your bloodstream, it can go into your brain, and other parts where you want it to stay inside the stomach. Okay. But so if let's say this is a rumor, by the way, I don't know if it's true. So supposedly if you have these parasites in your stomach, you need to go for regular medical health checks to make sure that it stays in the stomach where it belongs. Okay. Um today to okay, I'm just looking at some funny number. Okay, wait. Today the crazy things that we do for diets. I already said the crazy things I've done. I think Anne is not really in a position to talk much today, so I'm not sure whether I should stay on or should I just close the live stream today, like a token live stream. But I mean, it's sad, right? Don't you all want to hear from Anne? Okay, I will attempt to stretch this out for as long as I can. So for the dear viewers who are with us, if you have any questions about my diet journey, or if you have any questions about, or you want to share your experience about your own diet journey, please just let us know. Put it in the comments below, and then we can have a conversation. Because today Anne is not around, so I can have a conversation with you. Okay. What else I wanted to say? Oh yes, there's something else I wanted to say. So it took me like I said, it took me a very long time to come to the realization that there really is no shortcut to dieting except for exercise and eating healthier, right? And so it is troublesome, and I don't like it. Nobody likes it, but it it works lah. That's all I can say. And it took, and I realized that with this dieting thing, right, it makes me sometimes it makes me a bit mad of the because of the social media and the pictures and the magazines, all that, the media feeding us all these images of how beautiful women should look like. We as females, I feel we are very harsh on ourselves. Like our body should look a certain way, um, our boobs should look a certain way, our face should look a certain way. We need to dress a certain way, and all that. I think that comes from media, of course, but also it comes from being not truly feeling beautiful inside, one way or another, for one reason or another. Okay. And I realized that that was the case for me because I've always had body image issues, and I have never felt like I fit in to the school because I came from a girls' school. All the girls there, most of the girls there, like the popular ones anyway, were the very slender, very slim, type, very skinny, very tall type with very long legs. Okay, and I, on the other hand, has never been like that. I definitely don't belong to the very slender type lah. Okay, so the insecurity started from there, and then the dieting started, and now, but I'm glad to say that now sometimes people say that I'm very confident. Okay, I mean, Anne and I, we are both very confident. But it took a while lah to get to where we are today, I would say. Of course, it didn't start out like that lah. We were just, I don't know about her lah. But me, I was definitely not confident at all. And then after that, I became more confident because started, I started really treating myself as a good friend. Like sometimes I ask myself, like, okay, the things that we say to ourselves, right? Like, aya, Denise, okay, the things I used to say to myself was so horrible and so harsh that if I talk like that to anyone else, I would have no friends at all. Okay, so I was saying things like, wow, look at you, so fat. You still want to go out, man? You want to wear this? You sure or not? You wear this? You so fat. Can you please choose something else? You so fat. Can you stop eating? These are the things that I say to myself. I mean, it's very, very hurtful. So I started to change by changing the way I talk to myself. Of course, it's not an overnight thing. It requires practice. But like sometimes if I catch myself saying, "Oh, the knees is so fat. Why you still want to wear this?" Then I would change it to something else like, "I'm grateful to my body for taking care of me, for staying strong and healthy and mobile because being able to move is really a big deal. And if this clothes doesn't fit, then let's find something else that fits, right? I mean, think about it this way. If let's say you are wearing a pair of shoes that don't fit, it's very pretty, that pair of shoes, but it doesn't fit. It doesn't fit your feet. It doesn't fit your feet. Yeah. Would you cut off your toe to fit the shoe? Obviously not, right? You're gonna change a new shoe. So if let's say the clothes doesn't fit, then you try something else that fits, right? So it started with me changing the way I talk to myself, being aware of how I was talking to myself, being so hurtful, and I started telling myself I need to treat myself as a good friend. How would I what would I say to my good friend if my good friend tells me, "I'm so fat, I want to die. Oh my god, I'm so fat, I should just stop eating, I should just disappear from the surface of the earth." What would I say to my good friend if my good friend talks like that? Right? And that was how I started to talk to myself, telling myself that if I don't like the way I look, then do something about it to change, right? Go exercise, go eat healthier. And it came to a point where I didn't just want to look good. I actually wanted to be stronger with better stamina and basically more mobile, because I think mobility is a big thing. Any of you guys who have had injuries before where you couldn't really move, whether it's your finger, your arm, your leg, your toe, whatever, it makes it difficult for you to move. You will know what I'm talking about. We all take it for granted, I think, that we can move, we can walk, we can talk, we are, you know, just going around our daily lives. One day, if you cannot walk, you cannot talk, or whatever, you lose it. That's when you realize that, actually, our bodies are great. It's a great machine that's helping me going about my daily lives, helping me to achieve my dreams, helping me to just go out and do whatever I need to do. And I need to be grateful for that. So just learning how to be more mobile, learning how to be more with better stamina, with bigger strength. Because there are times, I mean, let's face it, there are times, I'm sure N is the same for N. There are times, there are times when um, we don't feel like doing it. Okay, we don't feel like exercising. We don't feel like moving our bum from the sofa. We don't feel like cooking a healthy meal because that's going to take effort. We would rather go and buy something that is yummy but maybe not so good for us, like fried chicken. Everybody loves it. Okay, to eat. Okay, because it's yummy, but it's not good for us, right? So when that happens, what I do is I just get up and do it anyway. I just tell myself, I lie to myself, okay, I cheat my brain. I cheat my brain. I say, oh, it's okay, it's just 5 minutes only. 5 minutes, you just do 5 minutes and you stop. Okay, just get on the treadmill for 5 minutes, then you stop. Okay. So after my brain be like, okay, 5 minutes, 5 minutes. Then I'm like, okay, even if you cannot do 5 minutes, so this is a conversation I'm having with my brain. Then the brain said, 5 minutes too long. Then I'm like, okay, never mind. Then do 3 minutes, 3 minutes. Okay, then my brain is like, okay, 3 minutes, I think can. But once you get on the treadmill, the thing about the mind and the body is that once it starts moving, it will want to continue moving. Okay, so now I've cheated my brain to go onto the treadmill. And then once I'm on, I start to say, okay, since I'm on, it's not so bad, right? It's not so bad. And okay, let's just do this maybe for 15 minutes. Watch the Netflix, watch a show, and then just run on the treadmill or walk on the treadmill, whichever. Just 15 minutes. After that, if 15 minutes pass is still not so bad, then let's just continue. And so usually this is how I trick myself into working out for 1 hour or so. I am not at N's level yet. Not every day. I don't do it every day. Maybe like once every 2 days. Yeah. But sometimes when I'm watching Netflix, I also do weights. You're sitting there just watching the show or YouTube, whatever. You just take the weights and just do it when watching the show. It's not that difficult. Oh, it's not so bad. And after that, you do it again. Still okay, still okay. There are lots of exercises that you can do while sitting down and watching the show. Okay, so go and look that up. Go and YouTube it or Google it or TikTok it, whatever that you guys like to do, the youngsters nowadays. Okay, because I think I will more or less be ending today's live stream unless you guys have anything for me. Our dear Anne has abandoned me today again. Okay, so not again, has abandoned me today, just for today. Okay, so usually the two of us talk for 1 hour, right? So today only one, so half price discount 50%. Okay, about half an hour or so. I can really talk so much by myself. Okay, I can really talk to the dog, and then after the dog talk to me, I will freak out. Okay, so anyway, no talking. Okay, so I'm gonna end today's live stream. Just so we were talking a little bit about feelings, right? Like when we don't feel like doing something, how do we then motivate ourselves to do it? I just I think I saw this on social media. Another one day, this lady, I think she's a coach or something. I have no idea who she is. She said something that really resonated with me. She said that we cannot control our feelings, but we can control our actions. Even if I don't feel like working out, I can still push myself to work. Even if I'm feeling angry, I am not feeling loving, I can still choose to use loving words to my loved ones. Because I cannot choose my emotions. How I feel, I cannot control it. Okay? I can only process it and then after that maybe release it somewhere else later. But I can definitely control how I deal with those emotions. I can definitely control my actions. So this is for you guys as well. Even on days when you don't feel like doing anything constructive, you can still push yourself to do those things. Even if it's just one thing for the one day, it's better than zero. Okay. And for dieting, there's no better diet honestly than a good exercise and food that is good for the body. Because that is truly what is sustainable. Anything else is really not sustainable. Okay. And the pills, forget it lah. If you take them and it works, I would bet, with my own experience, I would bet that most of them will not keep on working because our bodies are very smart. We will get used to it. After a while, we will get used to these chemicals that are entering our body. Okay, and I think this is it for today's live stream. Remember to like, share, and subscribe on all our social media channels. She is and the spice. And I'm Denise the Nice. We will see you guys next week.